no kauto bulabe ate nembasabe bintu balabe birabe sumageza kyewakola kyabulabe era nekimpewula nga sente za mugabe ekisenge yangu kirabe nakikoze settingi tunategese mitingi nenanyini kabodi kanyumira fitingi.
Yes, I, ladies and gentlemen, her name is Tris Melanie. You understand, amazing, super talented artist up in here. Yeah, basically we are talking about some of the most outstanding female artists so far this year, 2025. Basically, and some of you guys have been saying, man, Tris Melanie, man, and your name by those surfaced, and I'm like saying, okay, why not? Then we have to look out for Tracy Melanie, and good enough, she has something brand new that we're gonna be unveiling to you guys. You understand? But anyway, welcome to the second half of the show, man. We're still rolling, man. Every single Tuesday, basically, it's all about celebrating nothing, but of course, Ugandan vibes up in here, man. We're talking about Ugandan music, Ugandan vibes, nothing like bad vibes up in here. You understand? So basically, one body will come, maybe you never study, but business go, and maybe you're a very big, huge fan of Tracy Melanie, and you feel like you love to ask anything to her. Abamwasindise ebibuuzo atanasindika ebibuuzo bannange ebya serious kozesa kodi eda 217 basically you'll be in touch with us, and Tracy, she's in the building and she's going to make sure that she responds to everything. One man DJ Ben Killer Day is up in here, man, ready for the vibes up in there. But for starters, Tracy, good to see you second time this year, man.
Nice.
How are you doing?
I'm okay. How are you?
How is the year treating you so far, 2025?
2025 is good.
Is it
so
a different?
So good.
Is it a different year compared to last year?
Definitely.
Last year it was a huge year. You had like a smash hit, up in there.
But the last year's hit when I scored last year's hit crossed to this year, so
even right now, that's the good thing about artists who don't chase clout. If you're an artist and you're chasing clout, you do a song, we shall vibe. Then next year we shall move to another one. If you don't give us another one, it is costly on the other side.
Yeah.
But when you do a good vibe, man, regardless, a timeless vibe. Kakana is a good song. It's one of my favorite songs. Now, Uncle Kano Kasumagiza. Ringi yomukwano. Mama. Wale badeko mu ringi yomukwano. Ni bakuba yo
Bili satu.
Yeah, but it's a pleasure to see you, by the Tracy.
Pleasure to see you too.
Yeah. Your fans have been asking you. Maybe you can say hello to them. I know that most of them would love to hear from you. Maybe you can introduce yourself in the best way, how you love your fans to, understand. Tracy, she's in the building.
Hello, Abalabiba BTM TV. I'm very excited to be here. I'm a Nyagange. I'm called Tracy Melon. I'm a female recording artist. Mama Kakana, if you must say.
Mama Kakana, yeah.
But I'm very glad to be here again. Thank you so much for having me. Yeah, thank you.
All right. So basically, most of you guys, so I don't know, man. I don't know where we could start from, but you're going to drive us, yeah. Maybe before we even jump into the question, answer something like that, I'd love to ask you something. What kind of message would you love? Okay, I know you do love kind of music and everything. What's like the pickup message that you love your fans to get off your music? Do you have like a specific message that you want your fans to know?
There's nothing specific really.
But it depends on the song.
It just depends on the vibe and the energy, because every song has a different story. Every song has a different meaning. Every song has a different vibe. So I want.
Like in Kakana, what is the pickup?
Kakana is more like an assurance song. I love assurance. Go Kaka song.
Nothing like what do abantu ababera bachita batya umuntu nga takakasa muno mwagala insecure.
Ngali awo tabitegera bulungi oba mukakasa bukakasa mugama Kakana. So it's all love music and yeah.
And the smug is what's like a pickup line that you wanted your fans to pick?
So Sumagiza is yeah, I was able go on the rated 18.
Akaimba rated 18, rated PG, yeah?
Yeah, but
the message it is
guidance.
but
it's hard to
you are not direct like other
yes,
artists.
But yakastabotege.
Mimi abaye naimba ekigambo pai n'akiteekako, yeah? Yeah. So basically we have I don't know where we should start from, but it's you depending on the mood, yeah? We have some rapid fire questions. We have the industry related questions. We also have, since you do music related to love, as well we have some love questions as well. Where should we start from?
I think you start from where you want.
Well, yeah, basically it's so kind of because most of them were coming in from different kind of people. So me too, I sat down and I was compiling them. Okay. And I was like, okay, fine. When I see Tracy, I'll be able to reach out. Okay. So some of them, I have some rapid. You know, rapid fire, it's yes and no, you know?
Yes or no, okay.
You get.
Yeah.
Then we have some industry-related questions.
Okay.
Then we also have some love-related questions. Things related about love, you know, your perception towards how, you know? Yeah. Yeah, because you're also a human being and you're above 18, basically, I'm pretty sure you know what love means. And you sing about love. Shani Kilewa.
Rapid fire.
Rapid fire.
All right. I don't know.
Yeah. So basically, maybe for some people who don't know you, maybe good enough. I'm pretty sure they're versatile with your music. Maybe let's talk about where your love is. Zouk or R&B? Where do you fall?
Zouk.
You love Zouk.
Why even though people tell me I execute R&B more.
Yeah, but you love Zouk more.
But that's a tough one again. Come to think of it.
Yeah, of course, a rapid one tends to be a tough one, you know.
Zouk and R&B. I'll go for both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your favorite Ugandan dish as a Tressman? Maybe your fans would love to know. Yeah, what does my artist's favorite dish look like? Yeah.
Posho liver beans.
Posho liver. Posho liver. I've never tasted. I'll try out.
Better.
Okay. Okay, then someone was asking me, what's your dream collabo? Kenneth Mugabe or Win Noji?
Fire Baby.
Fire Baby. You go for Fire Baby. Then lastly, second last on that point, Juliana Arena Mobile.
Never know, Vastus.
Yeah.
Arena Mobile all the way.
All the way?
Yeah.
Why? Is it because the last time you were here, you were like telling me Irene, she did a very pivot role as inspiring you to do the music. Yeah. What is so special about Irene?
Irene is a vocalist. I think she's like one of the best if not the best, she's like one of the best. But Irene Namobiro is by far the best female vocalist we have.
Okay.
Not artist, not performer, but vocalist.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've been inspired by her a lot. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But as well, Juliana, she's a good, talented artist. Legendary.
Definitely. Yeah, I love her too.
Okay. So Tracy, now to Vudeo, right? To Vudeo rapid fire. Now let's go to industry-based questions. Actually, last year it was a huge year. Every single time we manda our music, like your music, I always see something like Troy Studios, right? Yeah. So, you are signed under Troy? Yes. Music? Yeah. So the question is, now you have grown, your brand is growing in steadily in Pola. Yeah. So what has been the biggest lesson so far you have learned as a growing artist?
I think one of the biggest lessons I've had to learn, and also one of the things I've exercised as an artist and has worked out for me, is patience.
Patience is key. So is there a scenario where you were like, you wanted to rush some things and then you were like, maybe it didn't work out?
I've been there so many times. I've been in situations where I feel like kintu nga tekiggwa.
Ekintu nga tekiggwa, yeah.
Ng'owulira tebitambula, like I've been there. But byensinza okuyiga obugumiikiriza kasita obeera mugumiikiriza tomanya. Just keep on trying. You never know. It could be tomorrow. You might give up today at 3, nga the blessing was going to come at midnight. Gwe no power. So just be patient. Kyekyo kyokera kyenkyaliko ne kati ndi mu kutambuza jani yange y'obugumiikiriza paka we tunatuuka we twagala okubeera.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's a saying that says that who feels it knows it better. So far in the music industry, what have you felt and you're like, oh my God, man, is this thing real? Am I in reality, or maybe something is not working out?
I think
Or you haven't felt anything in the industry?
I think you need to specify a bit on what exactly.
Auntie Bagamba, who feels it knows it. Like, because when you're joining the industry, you have a lot of expectations, you get. Maybe after having that hit song, you be too much expectant.
I think one of the things I used to think, I think just Narimto then, but I used to think as Wobero Miyimbi, nga waliyo n'abayimbi abalala, like wobeera ng'oyimba babeera bakusanyukira. Do you get what I'm saying? Like when it's not until you enter ng'oyingidde room we bati, then notandika olaba things differently. Otherwise, you look at everyone the same and you look at olaba face value, ono naseka, oli nayogera, oli nakuwana, nakola ki. But when you look at the things that are being said or the discussions that are being held, or when we going on, the background noise joba towulira nga tonnakiyingira bw'okiyingira kati efuuka reality.
Okay.
So you get to learn that not everybody is happy to see you.
Yes.
Not everybody is happy that you're in the same space with them. Not everybody is happy you're in the same industry with them. Naye wali oba okyali awo ng'ogamba njagala ono muyimbi, njagala ono ki, naye nga mukwano kati oba ofuuse competition.
Okay, then the other question is, how are you handling the pressure that comes with being a celebrity? Now you have tested it, you have released not only one hit song, but also other songs are still moving in the pipeline. And basically, I've been seeing some artists, some big artists also talking about your name. So how are you trying to handle the pressure that comes with the celebrity kind of?
Honestly, for me, I don't put myself on any sort of pressure. I take my journey one step at a time. Ngera wenkugambya exercise patience. Tewali sagala nnyo okukkiriza the industry to drive me to bo kyebagala nkole, or because I get a lot of people advising me kola boti. Some of them are right, yeah, but I don't want to be influenced by church tambula obachi tewandiyimbye wo tewandiyimbye mukali kano tewajja kategera yimba kali, no darling, tetugenda kutambulira ssebo abantu abalala bo we baagala tutambulire. You understand? So me, I'm not on any sort of pressure. Ndi mukakamu wemba ngenze mu studio nenkola akayimba netugamba ketuzaako nga tukazaako ebirala nga tubirekera Mukama.
Okay, Tracy, that is, I love that. I love that kind of energy, something like that. Now, moving on. Now, let's talk about your management musically now. What role has Troy Studios played as far as shaping your music career?
I think they've definitely done a very great job. We've played a very big part, especially in funding the music and, promoting the music here and there. So I think so far so good.
Have you so far encountered some challenges as a growing female artist? Maybe you feel like the pressure, why don't you become independent? Maybe you start seeing the money is coming through and you're like, I think these guys are cheating me.
No, of course they're going to be bao, but I feel like every artist needs a manager.
Every artist needs a manager or a management team.
Or a management team, because honestly, the workload is too much. Never bangatoli under a label. Do you get? You still need a management. More like a team. Jemkola na yoni wabanga te wali was superior. Woba ina sentezo nga you can fund your music. You still need the team to help you put things together. Tosa chikola ngoli weka.
Okay.
So I think what management does for artists who, I think most of our artists is fund and, you know, funding a music. Never kuteka mwendo, never kuteka msente. Nga zigenda kuda, it's just a business, yeah. Okay. Nga olaba business endala nti ziba zetaga ba investor ne ba donor like that's the same applies to us nga abayimbi, because most of the times abayimbi abasinga tebasobola ku managing a workload yeyo, sente ziba nyingi.
Okay.
Yeah. So you still need a manager.
Okay. I think that's a huge message to every single up-and-coming artist. Actually, as an artist, I think you need a management to help you actually to push up your brand and the music, because the workload is too heavy. Yeah. So the reason why she's like this and she's still grinding, just because maybe somehow things get lighter when she has a management behind her, right? Yeah. So my DJ, any question for the beautiful?
Wanga tunakuyingira industry olaba nga oloza buli omu ali kusaidia omuntu abantu basanyufu.
Yes.
Niyo malo giyingira nawe ebintu nga bitandise okutabuka.
Okay.
Kana wajinga nawe abantu nga bakunywereza nawe totuse n'otandika onyiiga.
Enze. Okunyiiga batya?
Like when a person gives you negative energy, what is your way chichokola? Honestly,
now my kind of personality is omuntu energy jakuwa, some people energy jomuwa jakudiza, but then again I want you to remember that we handle different situations differently, and I would definitely understand if someone else got akasajja kumtima na akola choba na akola chi, but me honestly sina chinene chenza kola there's nothing much I do, even when I hear things nembeulira nkola chi ina sirika obsessed ngamba oh kali nenze sinaba kutandika kunyiga mpozi yomaso
ala nchebadde ngamba mumaso yonyiga
ile maso chakanje tomanya. By the way, you never know, someone can pull your leg paka wako to circle limit,
because like nafira DJing industry na sometimes bro tukangoli muntu mulungi neno to cut point nguli nawe inokubera mukomubi.
By the way, people can put you there, abantu bakutusao. People can drag you to that place. You can be a nice person na ye negativity that comes from abantu out there, even your fellow people abakulio kumpi ba artists, can push you to also become something else. No gamba in fact, why am I being nice if everyone else is being, you know, acting weird? Yeah.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we're still having Tracy Melanie. She has a brand new jam that we are yet to release, and of course, she's gonna tell us most of her upcoming projects that are coming through. Maybe you never know. She may surprise us with an EP or maybe an album before the end of the year. You know, yeah, especially. And also maybe Tracy, something I'd love to ask you is, do you write your music, or maybe you prefer other writers, you know, or people to write for you music?
I've definitely written some of my music.
Some?
Yeah. Enyimba zange zimu nze yazewandikira. I have a lot of songs zinewandikide, but most of these recent projects we co-write with
you co-write with the writers. Yeah. All right.
So there's no preference really, because at the end of the day you need to test all the waters. Different people and different, you know.
Okay, so for do you prefer writing yourself or maybe co-writing with other people?
I feel like co-writing helps me also grow. So I would definitely do co-writing. Because chinyambako buliwe mpandika olimba no muntu ansingako. My skills of writing also grow. So some maybe nsobola tula nempandika yakayimba neka wandisenzeka because of the skills zemba mfunyeko an experience with writing with other people. Yeah.
So that means, okay, at what point did you realize now I need someone to help me co-write the song? Because at first you were writing for yourself, then later on you're like, okay, let me join forces.
I think I started.
Wawandika kayimba no gamba nenga kabuze owano kayimba muntu nagamba I think I need to take it to a writer.
No, not really. Because if you look at my first song Nalugula, you get. So writing is like an art that is part of music. You understand? You need the skill.
Okay.
Because ojja kubeera awo ng'olina producer ngendo ngo beat weeri naye nga obwongo bwesiba tosaadde n'okufulumya ekigambo. But I feel like every artist needs the art to create even without a writer. Like oli ne waba taliiwo wakiri weewandiikire ojire, but me I'm open to using other people to write for me nange okwewandiikira sibeerangako awo nennesibira ku kintu kimu nenga nze kanneewandiikire oba ki. That's why even up to now when I'm creating a song tula ne writer, even the people who have written for me basobola okujulira. I'm a very difficult person to deal with in studio, especially when we are writing. Kuba mbeera nkola wali edit nedda ako kajja kunyumirawo njawo, like I'm so particular on the lyrics, so I'm definitely down for anything, writing for myself, using other people to write for me.
That is nice. So joining forces is always key in life. You know, you may think one or sometimes when you join forces, trust me, you can never be the same. Anyway, Tracy, Melanie, now this is the question. I'd love to get your honest opinion, you know. I've been having different kind of artists coming through on this show, but some artists feel like the industry is going down, and me, I think you get. I don't know the reason as why. On your side, how do you rate the industry? Is it moving up, or maybe it is stagnant somewhere? Or you as a growing artist, at what level do you see this industry, the Ugandan industry?
Musically, I think the industry is stuck.
It's stuck.
Stuck.
It is stuck somewhere.
Wali obaddeko nga wogenda osobola olabawo naye nga waliwo ekikukutte. Do you understand? Because I feel like these artists these days are not that musical. But no.
Yes.
I feel like artists have resorted to doing
like can I say catchy vibes?
Or that bubbly music. But Katinga, I'm sure I'm not the only one who feels this way. Regime yaba, you know, the Irene Namubi rules by radio. I'm sure even right up to now as a classics teachers, there's music from 15 years ago, 20 years ago that we still listen to. And there's a song from 2 months ago that you don't play here. Do you understand? That you played once for a month and it's gone. So I feel like the era of creating timeless music, I don't know where the transition came in. I don't understand how it changed. But I feel like these days there are so many people gambling, and I understand why they do that. It's because olusi wechibanga chechikuisao chokola. Do you understand? Togena linda ate wono fulumi akayimba akali timeless mbozi olioko ogende ku stage. No, I understand that's what they are doing, but it still doesn't change the fact that the music is still stuck somewhere. That's why ngafa bana Uganda, it's hard okufuna international breakthrough.
So what's the dream like as far as Tracy Melon is concerned? Now we have got to understand on your stake. You feel like also the industry is kind of stuck. So what's your dream like? Because I'm pretty sure you wouldn't want to remain in the stuck industry.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
My dream is to create music that will be timeless. Banange, the industry is a bit stuck. So our artists are really rising. Abali okola music gotulaba nti asobola okutuzayo kweri feeling yaba radio they're also coming up. So ndabanga people are embracing that music chimpesanyo. Do you understand? When Ugandans start to appreciate these rising artists abayina music omulungi kuba abana bayimba abana bawandika music omulungi ba producer abato abakuba endongo bangi but they are there stuck. So I want obviously to be part of those few artists that will break through internationally. My dream is to, you know, be on the biggest stages in the world and represent Uganda internationally. Mukama wali batuwadde obulamu n'obusobozi nga tutuusaayo.
Okay, as an artist, I'm pretty sure you always that market side, you know, the direction that you love to send your music to first. So apparently the market, is it the domestic market or maybe the global market?
I think the wisest thing to do is to be versatile.
Versatile.
That's the wisest thing to do. Because I think the first place they need to know you is home.
Okay.
Do you understand? Buli kimu kitandikira waka.
It's the reason why you have songs like Kakana, Sumagiza.
Yes. I have kati eyo ndongeri relatable. Yes. You understand? But tomorrow muyinza okkeera nga na release nza kayimba ke muyinza ogamba nti mugamba mwana yavudde ku mulamwa, mwana batavudde ku mulamwa. We are trying everything, buli wamu, every nitty gritty tuba tujjayo bonna bwe mwerabira bujanwa bwe tutakolangako wano. Kubanga at the end of the day music osanga yabajja tambula ebweru, since abali international they don't understand the Ugandan sound. Sometimes you just have to adapt to what the others are doing to make sure you cross the borders. Do you get? Yeah, so
all right. I think that's a very good, amazing mindset, you know. Anyway, Kati, I think this is good. This is going to be our very last part of the interview. Then later on we premiere the song, you know. So kati abasajja banga bama bakadde bagala kumanya ebintu byenjawulo. Now I'm coming to you. Kati, we are going on the other side. Since you were a love artist, you know, might do songs relating to love. Why did you choose love, by the way?
I mean, love is something we experience every day. If you're to look at 95 or 99% of the Ugandan artists who are not gospel artists, they are all doing love music.
Have you ever thought of doing something like a life-changing song? You know, just, I know it's love, everything, you know, but like, since you're gonna be full of versatility, can't we go viral a little bit? Like, can't we change in a little bit? Maybe we talk about live kind of songs.
Definitely. What are you able to win with so in society? You could do a.
But the problem when you go there, people think that you are political, right?
And you could do a political song. You could do a song about children's rights or women empowerment, or a gospel song. You could do an inspirational song, not necessarily a love song, but just inspirational. So kati mpuliranga ebintu byonna bibeereeyo nga tusobola obikola, and I'm an artist who is definitely down for that. Okay. I'm not locked nti no kati love this or love that, so kitegeera.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much for giving that insight. So we should wait a jam. Maybe if you do any song about woman empowerment.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Right. Our women need to be empowered.
Do you feel
Society is going through
the industry. So, are female artists competing this year? Over Chivuzem.
Kind of 2025. They are.
Apart from Tracy Mellon, which other female artists do you normally listen to? Let's show some love. Let's show some love to some female artists. You know. Today
female
it is
artists.
Female artists that you'd always listen to besides Tracy Mellon. I know you love more of your music. Okay. Sajja wange wana ba Brazilian ba DJ Alberto bayine ebibuzo byabe bampadde naye njagala bisa okatusoke tuvimbisemu ko kubayimbi abakyala kati right now.
Abayimbi abakyala mpuliriza bangi.
Uliza abakadde babapya.
Bonna.
Kati mbapya otera kuuliza.
Abapya mpuliriza bangi. Abapya mpozi ba mwaka ki?
Okay, like artists of your age.
Kaya tuba categorizing ebona. I listen to Winnie Nwaji a lot. I listen to definitely Ava Peace, the likes of Irene Tale.
There's Gloria Boogie there.
I listen to Gloria Boogie. Oh, man, I know musical blues. I listen to Gloria Boogie a lot. Buli kayimba ke kanyumira, by the way. I listen to Gloria Boogie. I listen to Katale and Kando. I listen to so many nice artists because I prefer the female artists actually. But I'm calling singer even the male. Okay. So, yeah.
All right. Okay, fine. So let's talk about the other love kind of things. So many people have been asking me, are you married?
I'm not. There's no ring.
There's no ring.
Yeah.
So I have my friends like the likes of Brazilian Mukozi Munafewa. He was too excited. There's DJ Alberto 43. I don't know whether you have ever heard about him. But yeah. So they were asking me these questions, but most of them they were a little bit love related.
Okay.
Okay. Someone was asking me if the idea, like, have you ever been on a date?
Yes.
Okay. Which place do you love if someone would take you for a date between a night studio session or a lakeside dinner? Which one would you go with?
Studio session is not a date.
If someone would take you,
studio session is work. To honey goes to studio for a date. I would definitely pick Lakeside. You know, yeah, something fancy and cozy.
Okay. Basically, what do you consider in a man? Is it the confidence? Is it the kindness, or maybe the rhythm of the vibe?
I think I'll say I want a man who is empathetic. A person who is empathetic. Omuntu alumirirwa. Omanyi waliwo abantu ngalabika bulungi alina ssente naye ng'ate omutima mukyaafu. Waliwo abantu abali cruel.
That means empathy is key?
Yeah, for me, empathy is
How
key.
about the confidence?
Because empathy, you could be less confident. You could be less confident. We can grow your confidence over time, don't worry. But omuntu alina omutima ogulumirirwa abeera mwagazi. Because empathy carries love. Obeda or kind, it carries kindness. That means togena kumbogolera ncha because you definitely know how it feels. Or kubogolera, you wouldn't want to be in the same position. Jolly or Conte Kamo, do you understand? So I would definitely consider an empathetic person. Okay.
Yeah. Red flags.
And religious, by the way.
Okay. Someone was asking me about the red flags that turns you off on a man.
I think a person who does not believe in God. Like ngatokiriza nti Katonda jali. Oyinza oba tosaba busande. Naye nga okkiriza nti there is a supreme being akuli waggulu, which is Jesus Christ. Naye oba Allah. But if you don't believe in the existence of God, but I don't know why you are more. That's
a red flag.
For me? Nothing.
Which other red flag?
The other red flag is definitely something physical. Bad breath.
Bad breath. Okay. Abasajja mukitegedde. How about the size?
The size, really physical. Obviously, I wouldn't want a man who is shorter than me. But I'm not so much into the physical things. Really.
Okay. Yeah. Do you mind about the rest, black or white?
I think I love a tall, dark guy. I'm not
a tall, dark.
And handsome.
And handsome.
I'm not into white men or white people. Yeah.
Okay. All right. If you had on your if you had a playlist, what 3 Ugandan love songs would it be? If you had the playlist, which 3 Ugandan love songs would it be?
Ugandan love songs. Ugandan love songs. I think I love this song of Bruno K and Nava Grey.
Bruno K and Nava Grey. What's the title?
Yaga mama bulamu my baby.
Yeah.
That one. That's a very beautiful love song. Which other love song? I need a nyimba za love of lunch.
There's Radio. There's Unknown Prosper. There's Liam Voice. There is Gloria Boogie as well. Nayakuba Love.
The ones that give me goosebumps. Oh, Mpulira, Irene Namubiru.
Mpulira.
Yeah. Then show me your true colors. Winning words.
Okay. Then lastly, someone was asking me, who's your celebrity crush? Musically.
Celebrity crush. I think I have 2.
2.
But they're not in Uganda.
Today is a day we dedicated. The reason why we brought you today we are celebrating Ugandan music. Hey, Ugandan artists. Wait, have you heard me talk about anything not Ugandan?
Who is my celebrity crush? Is there someone? Ani?
Kapeke?
Bamuganyo oyo simna Uganda.
Wali wagambi onu Kapeke?
Ewa. Agamba ele.
Maybe there's
like attraction, but I feel like Linda. I feel like there's something about Nils Henry.
Nils Henry.
I don't know.
The music?
There's a music and a certain, sense of attraction. Not physically, but yeah.
Okay. This is only missionary. Yali Dempang. Do you believe that love at first sight?
No.
Love at first sight?
At first sight, how do you fall in love? Just love. That is just lust. A feeling at first sight is not love.
And that means I have used a few hours to understand the whole of you,
really?
And master the whole of you. And I'm like, I don't know, why would I have to wait you for like 3 months, 4 months to understanding you?
I don't think, anyways, Josanga JBD, but me, I've not experienced love at first sight. Those things that you see, you can just see someone and you maybe, hey, you're like, hey, go on, you move on. That's not love. That's just maybe appreciation and. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, now I think that let's talk about your brand new music, Akaimba Akapia. Tell us about the song.
Quick story about that song. Agenda Kuchiraba is the title.
First of all, you wrote it by yourself?
No.
You co-wrote it with somebody else?
Someone wrote it and sent it to me.
And you love the song?
Yeah.
Okay.
But the song was sent to me last year.
Last year?
Last year around this time, like around June. Around June, July.
Did you feel any personal connection with that song?
I didn't even listen to it at first.
You were like,
that time I feel like I wasn't in position to do it. I think I was still at the point in my career where I was trying to put things together.
Okay.
Do you understand? I was going through a transition at that time. So my mind was not fully focused on going to studio and creating something new before I put myself together in the career, because I had a lot of loopholes fixing. So a few months ago I met the producer, who is actually the guy who sent me that song. Nanga Tracy, I texted you. I think you should check on the song I sent you. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I went and checked for the messages. It was the last year.
Okay.
Do you get? I listened to the song and I was like, what? And the only thing he told me is that song was written for you to execute. There's so many artists who would have listened to that song and definitely wanted to take it. Do you get? But the fact that the person who wrote it and the producer were willing pakanga omuntu gwe basuubira agenda do executing ali ready, because they were willing to give it to me for free. Zali enyimba bbiri. Nagamba Tracy, you're the one supposed to do this song. If the problem is money, you can even take it for free, but please
execute.
Do this song. Do you get? So they were like,
what's the name of the producer?
Bricks.
Producer
so they
Bricks.
had,
talented young man, you know. They want to be. Why you get the car? There's so many young talented people. Yes.
They only had, I think, 2 artists in mind who they thought would execute. And I'm glad Mnaya came back and sang, and you ready this time. Because it's definitely. But the writer wrote it out of personal experience.
Okay. So
I tapped in the feeling.
Okay. You tapped on the feeling. So what's your favorite line of that song?
That one. Katola omanyi omuntu nga just omulabako n'omuntu nga byonna by'omubanja bimusonyiwa oyo abeera ki ne bagamba kati Tracy waba alina Tracy namulabye ne Guy naye Guy we namutunuddeko nawulidde nga walayi buli kizibu kyonna kyonna kyenina ne Tracy kyakomyawo ne by'omubanja bimusonyiye. That means the person is, the beauty is striking. Have you
ever been in that kind of situation?
No, I haven't. No, I have not.
But good enough, he has made it simple. If you know you are tall, dark-skinned, you have empathy, is money also a factor to consider?
I think yes, definitely, because I think a relationship where there's no money, you cannot manage because
average money is okay.
What is average?
Average money, as long as we can eat.
No, you don't have to be Bill Gates.
Yeah.
But then again, when the month is ending, you know your
yes, that's the average money I'm talking about. I can be able to take care of the bills.
Yeah.
I can be able to take care of your hair.
Yes, definitely.
As well, if you also get in, because you get mufuna chiraru abayimbi.
Kati sente bela wechintu chikulo. Chima in a relationship etali msente munyiga mangu. Like mwetawa mangu.
Can you invest money in a man? You.
Ani agambye yes. Waliwo akkirizawo.
Would you invest money in someone that you love?
No,
Katugeze mbadde nkuteekamu ne ziggwawo.
That's understandable if you show that you're ozinonya. Naye waliwo omuntu atula n'alinda omuwe. Do you understand? That's a very understandable situation. Because by the way, oyagala omuntu, it's hard for you to see them going through something that you can fix and you don't fix it. Do you get? Naye kati waliwo ate bali. Nga ssebo gwe. Oyagala nze abaakuwa.
All right, so give us a verse actually, because time is not the best. Actually, give us a verse, no, a line, a chorus of our Brandy Jam, and maybe you also give us a pickup line so that abantu bagende nako. Banta tegereka na kayimba, Tracy atugamba, we should focus here.
Awokoyo line ya gonde abakubanja bali kusenya. But anyway, my ogambye mbawa kapela.
Yeah, a chorus.
Just a chorus.
Yes. Okay, you wanted a verse? Give us a verse. Anything for your fans.
So the song goes like a butterfly baneteka na yesigenonze wala nina momsai sinzavata enemiso wanga Jessica chimanyi bagamba tyabalungi siba maddu gatuleta kanzunzu toniza yadde byange si byamangu kati salawo kakase tibogwa mu mukwano nange revenge oba kumaca nkuwase ebyo ebikolo by'abalungi tutye ogenda kukiraba ogenda kumanya nti binyuma okwagala omulungi nganze ojja kukiraba abakabanja bali kusonyiwa
Tracy, do you want to let me know